did you happen to notice last night that Goran Dragic
was at the game?
He was at the Mavs and Heat game.
I said last week he's going to be at the game.
Okay, so you knew this was going to be the case. Obviously it's Luka, and now that he doesn't have an obligation to any particular team, he probably still lives in Miami because that's where he had been for so long.
That's where he's got a condo.
So it's like, I don't know. I'm like, does this mean he's more likely to sign with the Miami Heat again, or is this good news for the Mavs? I don't know, but I mean, does it feel like at this point, based on what Nico and these guys are saying, and from how plugged in you are with this team, Chris, do you feel like they're done in terms of even on the buyout market making any kind of moves?
Not necessarily. And again, the whole thing just changes seems like every day. But know this, when Luka signed his $200 million contract in Slovenia with all the Mavericks brass there, Dragic was there too. He's known Luka since Luka was like 8 years old. The Mavericks offensive coordinator, Igor Koskokov, he was Goran Dragic's national head coach too for Slovenia when they were playing together. So they all know each other. And they have the same agent, Bill Duffy, who also represented Steve Nash and, like I said, been around forever. So it was almost like ever since last summer when he said it, Dragic said, I want to end my career playing with Luka. But the whole deal was Toronto was holding him hostage on the contract. It's like, Mavericks trade for him. Mavericks like, nope, we'll just wait till you buy him out. He has no role in your organization. You're just paying him $19 million for nothing. And so finally, trade deadline comes, and the Mavericks trade KP for Dinwiddie, who plays guard and point guard. He can play 1 and 2. That muddied the water, but it didn't end the deal. Dragic gets traded to San Antonio. People who don't understand NBA trades don't realize San Antonio could still buy him out and still get what they want out of it. So they bought him out the other day. He has until March 1st to sign with someone. That's why it's quote unquote still in play. He's been in Miami. I said over the weekend, he's going to be at the game because the Miami Heat still love him. The only reason he was in Toronto is because Kyle Lowry, who was the free agent, and they had to make the trade.
They had to do the sign and trade for the numbers.
For the numbers.
But he was, even when he was in Toronto and working out in their gyms, he was wearing Heat shirts.
Exactly.
So he's got this affinity for them.
Well, no, that's his stuff. That's his gear that he had on. He doesn't have any Maverick gear yet, but I'm going to tell you this because I've known Goran Dragic since he played for the Rockets, like over 12 years. He's always wanted to play for the Mavericks. He told me then he wanted to play for the Mavericks because Steve Nash played for the Mavericks, and of course, Duffy represented Nash too. He idolized Steve Nash. Then he gets traded to Phoenix. Then he winds up in Miami. He's beloved in Miami. They're like number 1 in the East right now. He's never left Miami because he's got a condo there. He's from Slovenia. Luka and him are friends. They're like, Luka's like his little brother. Igor's like his uncle. Of course they're going to be at the game. It does not mean that the Mavericks are going to get him, though, because the decision is now on him because it's not about does he want to try to win a title. The deal is this. He wanted to play for the Mavericks, but he wanted to play with Luka, not sit on the bench and watch Luka. So it's not about him playing in front of Brunson. It's about kid is smart enough to mix these guards up or whatever, give him enough playing time. But if you got Dinwiddie too, you don't know. But guess what happened? Which muddies up the water. Trey Burke injured his shoulder against the Clippers. We don't know how long he's out. We don't know if Dinwiddie is 100% Dinwiddie from the Brooklyn Nets. You follow me? He was, by the way, he's a very smart guy. Dinwiddie is hell of a nice guy. He's not trying to mess up the rhythm of the team. So he wasn't trying to score up all these points. And you follow what I'm saying? Don't look at what he did last night and say, oh, he only scored 4 points. He's not any good. We don't know if he's any good or not. We don't know. One of the reasons why he got traded away from Washington is because he didn't get enough touches. Now, the coaching staff in Washington wasn't using none of them right, except for Bradley Beal. But then he's like, I just left Brooklyn, and you got me here, and you don't want me to touch the ball. So he was disgruntled player in the locker room. Will it fit in Dallas? That's why I say Goran Dragic isn't necessarily gone yet, but it's his decision, not just an automatic slam dunk like it was, maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
So again, he's got till March 1st. He could sign tomorrow with Milwaukee. He could sign tomorrow with Golden State. He could sign tomorrow with Miami. He could sign tomorrow with the Mavericks. but it doesn't look like it. But when the Mavericks say we're set with our roster, one thing you got to understand, when not just the Mavericks, Jimmy Johnson used to talk about this, any organization talking to the media, they're playing poker. Why would you truly show your hand? Why would you do that when you want to keep all of your options on the table?
Right.
You're playing poker. We're saying, we love our guys. You know damn well you can't just say, I hate this guy and we're going to try to move him. And then all of a sudden you have a fire sale. So whenever somebody, no matter what organization, NBA, NFL, Major League, Jimmy Johnson used to preach this. You cannot believe everything they're saying because they're playing poker. And a good poker player is never showing you their hand. So Goran Dragic is likely not to sign with the Mavericks, but it's not impossible.